Dennis, just to start the stream up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, live.
Welcome to MyLiveDrive, live from Ken Garff Fiat right here in Salt Lake City. I'm Dennis Deuce, your host of this MyLiveDrive event. Today we're going to be test driving the Fiat 500 Abarth. We have Ali Goulet as our pilot today. And to help out with some technical information, as well as to answer questions on the car, is our wonderful salesperson from here at Ken Garff Fiat, Paige Howell. So let's go ahead and jump out to Paige in the car. And as soon as we're there, racers, let's start our engines. I love the sound of that car.
Oh, yeah.
It's a beautiful sound, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just so throaty. It actually, I could feel it inside. I'm maybe 15 feet away from the car, and I actually felt it when it started up.
Yeah, that's the sound of 117 horsepower per liter.
Get the hang of this thing. Ah! Should not be the cameraman for this adventure.
There we go, Paige.
We're
All right,
ride or what?
Go ahead and take this thing for a drive.
One out. Pretty nice.
If you just want to take a left here, or right, excuse me.
So one of the main reasons that Ali wanted to drive this car, particularly the convertible version of the Abarth, is Ali is a massive biker. He actually is a rep for Lapierre bikes as well as rally bikes here in Salt Lake. And biking was an important thing to him. Now, my guess is that it would be possible to actually mount bike racks to that particular convertible. Paige, is that correct?
Yeah, you can. You sure can. Simply, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can do a little hitch option off the back, or you can mount it to the trunk. Of course, it's easier to mount to the hardtop hatchback option than you can do a roof rack then with the convertible. But, you know, the convertible is a ton of fun. We should maybe crack that open before we get on the freeway.
Drop the top, so to
The
speak.
unique thing about this particular convertible is that even though it's a completely removable convertible, the rails stay in position. This does a lot of different things for this car. One of them is that it keeps the stability up on this car. And most people who are car buffs like myself know what happens to a convertible version of a car when you start to deal with cornering. Now, the Abarth is a sports car, so it's all about its cornering. But that stiffness remains. Isn't that correct, Paige?
Yes, it does, Dennis. Honestly, the best thing about our convertible option, I mean, there's a few things. Keeps you a little bit more safe than a traditional convertible would. It's a lot quieter. It's a lot less windy. I can have my hair down in the front seat and not be worried about having a bad hair day after. And with the Abarth, it becomes especially important because the performance of the vehicle is the same. You know, Mini Cooper is our main competition, and with their the shape of your vehicle, which is going to change how it performs.
Yeah, it looks like we hit a slight dead spot, which is that's what happens when you're running technology like this. But But the what Paige was saying here is that the Abarth keeps its strength, it keeps its rigidity, it keeps its performance. It's almost identical, whether it's convertible or non-convertible in its skid rating. Are you back?
I didn't think we were ever gone, Dennis.
Yeah, you froze for just a second there as you were passing by, I think, the courthouse.
Okay. Well, then we are back. I can't do that.
You have the camera backwards. Flip it the other way, but the smile is great. There we go. So let's put the camera in front of Ali, show what he's seeing, and also give him the ability to talk a little bit about what he's experiencing there with the car.
I'll tell you what I'm experiencing. We got a nice, lively little here, and it's pretty nice, I would say, with the clutch. Sometimes with these performance vehicles, you've got a heavy clutch, nice, easy to operate clutch, snappy. So far I'm really enjoying it. Want to get it out where I can see really how the car handles. Right now we're just sort of dodging people that aren't paying attention and trying to drive into us.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the experience of downtown Salt Lake. But once you get that out on I-15, you're going to get a better chance to feel how that car performs. What other sporty type cars in this class have you yourself looked at, Ali?
Honestly, I haven't looked at a whole lot of small cars in this class. I did own an Audi TT a few years ago when they first came out, which is about the smallest that I've owned. I am more of an Audi guy, so I've owned a handful of different high-performance Audis over the many years. But this car was really interesting to me. Abarth has a really rich history of racing. Carlo Abarth started his company in 1949 and had his hand in so many great racing projects. One of my favorites was the Lancia 037, which was an early Group B rally car. And I guess it was right in the early 1970s is when Fiat actually purchased the Abarth brand, as it were, and it became essentially the racing portion and the performance tuning portion of Fiat. So that's what really, 160 horsepower, 170 pounds of torque. The car weighs about 2,500 pounds. When it comes to dropping S cars like this one behind us, really not a big deal.
Great. Now, you're on the freeway. Is the convertible still down for you guys?
I'm sorry, Dennis, what was that?
Do you have the convertible down right now still?
We do not. I put it back up.
Okay. I was going to say, holy cow, that is incredibly quiet if you've got the convertible down.
Well, you should know, Dennis, that we're traveling at about 80 miles an hour right now, and it is quite quiet in here, considering that it's a pretty small vehicle. Of course, we're not terrorizing anyone. Everyone seems to be going 80 miles an hour, so we're flowing with traffic, although it is above the speed limit.
Yeah, you are in Salt Lake City, and people from Utah have heavy feet, so that's pretty much the normal speed on that section of I-15. At least that's my experience. 65, and I've been honked at right where you're at right now. So.
So, Dennis, this particular bike that we decided to take out has a lot of added options to it. I don't know if you can see, but we've got the red leather seats that are just simply stunning.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Temperature controls right here with heated seats, Sirius satellite radio, and even Beats audio.
Wow.
Terrific system. Really sounds incredible. We've also got the TomTom navigation feature, although we haven't decided to plug it in. sits right up on the dash. You can see the little port there. And of course we have the convertible feature. So this car is really fully loaded. 2013 graphite gray.
I'm sorry, we lost the last part where you were talking about the 2013.
I'm sorry, Dennis, what was that?
We lost that last part that you were saying about it being a 2013.
I was saying that this particular one is a 2013, and it is a beautiful gray color. The Abarth comes in 4 colors: gray, white, black, and red. For the 2014, the Abarth convertible, the Cabrio, will also be available in silver.
Silver Abarth, that's what my brother-in-law is going to want. He only buys silver cars. I don't know why.
Main color when it comes to everyday ease and keeping the car clean. You don't have to wash your car very often, but if you have a black car, you probably have to wash it twice a day.
Yes,
Especially here in Utah.
Yeah, especially here in Utah in the winter. That salt, white salt shows up on a black car pretty bright.
Yeah, it does. So I don't know if you can tell here, Dennis, but we are right. We're just about everybody.
Yep. Very comfortable, very smooth. Even though we do have the sport tune suspension with the Coney dampeners, it's still not a rough ride, but it's a very sharp ride at the same time.
So you're feeling everything on the road, but you're not being abused by it all. Is that right, Ali?
Steering of what's underneath me. At the same time, anytime soon, it's very comfortable.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty soon here, we're just getting up to the interchange, going to Park City, and there's a nice series of cars we can get into where you won't have to worry about cars to our right or to our left. We'll really get a feel for how the suspension is. The Garff here has a little bit stiffer rear end as far as the springs go to help with the steering. The front-wheel drive car is prone to pushing, the front end pushing wide as opposed to the rear end coming around like a rear-wheel drive car would. But with the stiffer rear suspension, it's going to make the car handle more much the way we want. So the rear end should carve around instead of pushing the front end out. So see how that works.
I think our camera got turned back around again. Or are we trying to catch shots of Ali driving the car?
What's wrong? I thought you turned it off.
It was off, and I turned it on. We were getting a little moist.
Yeah. Dennis, I gotta be honest with you, battery's running low.
Oh yeah.
We might.
You might lose me. Okay.
Yeah, your phone is.
And we forgot to send a charging cable with you.
Yeah, next time we'll have to do that.
Yes. Yes.
Into a little bit of a journey section here. This might be a good moment for Paige to hand over to the steering wheel and the shifting, or just shoot straight out the window. My grimace for her steering wheel.
Oh, I will not have a staircase, I can assure you.
Yep, a lot of traffic.
All right. So I think if I caught right, you just went through that hairpin off of the 15 onto the 80, heading towards Park City. Is that correct? Or not that hairpin, that tight drifter?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump off here on the top of 2100, and then we'll flip it around, so to speak.
Okay.
That way we can head back onto this interchange here and feel a little bit of the car. But so far, I've got to say I'm really impressed. The brakes feel great. Yeah, shifting, everything feels really great. Down.
Are you guys there?
Yeah.
You just turned off the sport feature.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it has a great feel. Really cool.
Woo!
Feel the crazy. Yeah, it really keeps you from being too much of a lead foot. That when you do it right, it doesn't hold you back from top speed. Yeah, nice little backfire there.
Uh-oh, I think the phone died. Nope.
Man, that last
Nope,
shot
we're back.
that last shot made me feel like I needed to buckle up my seatbelt here in the showroom.
I think I need to have you teach me how to drive.
Yeah. That actually brings me to my mind. I know that I get the above experience.
Back experience.
Yes. Yeah, so one day learn how to really whip. I'm interested to know where can I do that here at the Miller Motorsports Park, or do I have to travel?
I believe they do. They may do it here. I need to look into it a little bit farther. Our customers have actually taken advantage of that.
That's too bad, 'cause that's something really great.
4% remaining on this phone battery, Dennis.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for this live drive demo of not just the Fiat Abarth, but the ability for us to broadcast a live test drive of a car. And we will see you guys, I guess, when you get back into the showroom. If any of you that are watching this have any questions for us, you can leave those right in the comments below. We'd love to continue to engage with you guys on answering questions about the Abarth, or talk to you about other cars that you may want to come test drive here at Ken Garff Motors. Thank you so much for watching today's live drive.